What's up, man? What's the deal? Welcome to Stand on the Media. Salute to my Stand on the Media family out there. Salute. Happy Saturday to everyone, man. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I really do. If you are new to this channel, man, much appreciated. Do me a favor, though. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video. Leave a comment in this video. Please share the video. Hit that notification bell. You will be notified when we drop these videos. So look, let's get right to it, man. Salute to Academics, first of all, for the content, man. I appreciate his reaction that he did to Jay Prince walking around basically talking about these informants, these social media rats, these COINTELPRO militia that is circling us on social media, targeting our community leaders and really planning, plotting, and strategizing to get them up out of there, man. Free Big U. We just seen it go down with Big U. And this COINTELPRO tactic been going on for years with this one in particular person, man. He doesn't necessarily even have to have a personal gripe or issue with you. That's how you know it's COINTELPRO, is when they go out of their way to create a problem. For an example, he said, you know, Suge and Big U went after some contracts with Steve Lobel. Big U he denies it every time that was even brought up. You know what I mean? He vigorously denied it. You know, with Jay Prince, something about the Larry Hoover documentary, something that has something to do with that. This woman that has this valuable information, and Jay Prince was trying to lowball her or something like that, man. But he has this is what he does, man. He has a pattern of creating some type of friction. There gives him the lane to then so-called go after them on social media and then just start throwing things out there hoping that it sticks. That's the tactics that they just use to take down Big U, and it's disgusting and disgraceful. Salute to Big U. Free Big U. Me and my family personally are praying for Big U because he does not deserve to be in there, without a shadow of a doubt. Now everything that is going on and pertaining to that case is yet to be determined, but you are innocent until proven guilty, and that's how I'm gonna treat it. And I'm not gonna treat it any different. Anything and everything that has been said up until this point is all accusations, but he's innocent until proven guilty, and that's how we're going to carry it here at Stand on the Media. However, let's get to why we're here. So I love the way Academics does his reaction to this reaction to Jay Prince. If I'm being honest, his perspective is on point to a degree. He's being safe and somewhat, but I understand it. I understand it for the first time when it comes to him. I do understand it. I do also understand that he has a gripe with Wack 100 because of the minor. Remember when Academics had a raunchy type of conversation with a minor online, and then the way Wack ran content on that, and the way he approached that, and the way that Reggie Wright approached it, he really has a chip on his shoulder. And it's warranted. I understand it. So I do know that, let me say at least, I do think that this is part of his motivation, right? And also, I hope that he has turned over a new leaf. I'm always trying to be optimistic, man. Cautiously optimistic, of course, but I always try to be optimistic and hoping that, you know, maybe he really seen the light and seen this dude for what he is, man. You know what I mean? And he's going to use his voice, his platform to make sure that we let others know, man. Other people need to know what they're dealing with when dealing with this type of militia, you know, this COINTELPRO movement that is going on, because they are intentionally going out of their way to get some of our real strong leaders in position, out of position. And like I said, when it comes to the pawns, that's what I call these informants, pawns. They're being used on this chessboard. So these beefs that they have are manufactured beefs, meaning that they personally don't have any issue with it. And it probably in the beginning was hurting Wack to have to go at Big U the way that he did, because I'm pretty sure that he built some type of fellowship with the brother when he was faking like he was cool with him. But they're on a mission So the question is not just the question, not the question the pond that is going out and trying to complete that mission. Who is the one that's calling the play? Who are the people that are sending these ponds to go at our community leaders the way that they're doing? And why? What's their objective? See, that's what's important. So when people say, why does, let's say, Do Sims and Yael and Damu Kiwe conversation keep hammering over and over and over that this guy is CS2 back and these dudes are informants on social media, that's why. Because the people need to be informed. They're not being informed. You thinking that they being informed on the level that we on, that's nothing compared. That is sand to a beach compared to where this message needs to go to. We need to reach the masses, right? And when you're talking about speaking truth to power, there's no limited time to that. There's no expiration date when it comes to that. That is an ongoing thing. Just the same way that they keep drilling in our head all this fake propaganda and fake narratives. So no, there's no statute of limitations when it comes to speaking truth to power. You continue to keep going. You keep going until you can't go no more. And that's a fact. And that's why I look at some of these dudes that conveniently just leave that out. So it's either you're misinformed or you have a secret agenda of your own. Compromised. That's the word of the day. Compromise. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are compromised that you wouldn't have seen it coming. Nasty work. But anyway, man, sit back, relax. We're going to get to the content. I'm over the 5-minute mark. I'm actually at the 7-minute mark. To those that rock with me, you understand why I got to do that for copyright purposes, respect, and monetization purposes. Respect. The other ones who don't, I don't give a damn. Just fast forward or click the link in the description and go to the original video. I'm all good with that. The original video, by the way, will be in the description of this video. Again, salute to academics for the content. Make sure I pay these bills and pass these flowers out. Salute to my stand on the media team, the entire family, the people that rock with me, the ones who just discovered me, the ones who don't, man. Salute to y'all, prayers for y'all, man, and all that good stuff, man. It's all love across the board here at Stand on the Media, but we're gonna get to this content. Kick back, relax, let's rock. Let's go.
Girl, by the way, I seen somebody in the chat. I don't know what I said earlier. Like, yo, Act losing his passion for streaming. No, motherfucker, I'm trying to go out and watch Vibes Cartel. Relax. Give me a fucking break. I'm still trying to stream every day. But like, you know, I'm trying to do a few other things too. Like, damn, just let me go enjoy Vibes Cartel. I know I just came from Miami. I was just like, nigga, you was outside, nigga. You was outside the whole time. Shut the fuck up and stay inside and stream. I know. But Vibes Cartel is here. I gotta go see Vibes Cartel. I'm sorry. Y'all know how much I love Vibes Cartel. It's Vibes Cartel. Come on. Anyway, supposedly Jay Prince called out Adam 22 and Wack 100 and said they're lying to the youth. Here we go.
Yeah, that's me. You ain't gonna hear us, you know, on no podcast hating and belittling, trying to tear down our fellow man versus uplifting and going on the podcast every day to snitch on somebody, you know, taking, you know, advantage of the youth, those that hadn't fully developed their wisdom to the extent where they can be tricked and naive. You got these suckers that's around here taking advantage of them, lying to them, talking loud, trying to make it appear that they some type of bulldog or big dog when they really just a chihuahua. You know what I mean? These dudes are poodles. But they want to fool y'all with all of this expression and all this Hollywood shit that they do. And they undercover sissies. And that's just the truth. Yeah, that's me. You ain't gonna hear us, you know, on no podcast hating and belittling. I hear y'all loud and clear. I hear you loud and clear. And this portrait is so much bigger than rat behavior until know, every time I talk, if it's one of y'all that embrace the game that I give, then it's worth me walking and talking to you. Now, when all of you become damn fools and nobody want to embrace wisdom no more, then I'm going to ride on off to the sunset.
Now, you can just see the sheer difference between a real leader, a real OG in the game with real wisdom, dropping gems right there, versus someone who runs around on social media gossiping, dry snitching, pillow talking, snitching, doing informant work, COINTELPRO work every day to disrupt, and confuse, and divide the culture, the community. You can just hear the difference in it. You know what I'm saying? Just really be real with yourself. Forget me. Forget what I'm saying. Forget what our mission is saying. What is your ears hearing? What is your brain saying? What is your brain thinking when you hear the difference between the two entities that we're talking about here? And I'm 100% on board with what he said. If you've been rocking with me since the very, very beginning, you heard me say it a million times in my previous audios. You know what I'm saying? Look, if I can reach the masses, I would love that. Why wouldn't I? Of course I would love that, 100%. But I live in a reality that may not be the case. So what's important? Reaching 1 million people, or saving one, or helping one person, or inspiring one person. One all day. Every day. When I can't reach nobody, then I'll ride off, like he said, into the sunset. But until then, I'm going to keep rocking this mic and dropping this information and these gems, and just hoping that it reaches somebody, one person. The more the merrier. But salute to Jay Prince for saying that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that shows great wisdom and leadership. Something that a quality that Big U had, that Big U displayed within his community. And they took that man out. They went after that man to push another person's agenda, because they cowards and spineless. And that's a fact.
You know, I'm going to ride on off to the sunset, because I'm going to feel like I'm wasting my breath and my time. But until then, yo, man, I want to see my people win. You know what I mean? I want to see y'all win. I want to see y'all break this poverty curse that been having our families in bondage.
Oh.
Yeah, that's me. Hear y'all loud and clear. Y'all see me live in the living color. Y'all see me walking.
I know this just audio, but damn, man, Jay Prince look good too for his age, man. Salute to that brother. That's what I'm talking about. I can
walk solo. I can walk in peace.
Black don't crack.
Hoods, suburbs, on the moon. It don't matter. You know what I mean? When it's real, it's real everywhere. And when you understand that you got God's favor, then no weapon formed against you shall prosper. You know, I ask him to make my enemies my footstool all the time. And trust me, a lot of them has been delivered to me. And I dealt with them accordingly. Y'all see me live in the living color.
All right. Is he using that Beijing, or he don't got no gray hair? Anyway, he got that old man glasses, man. I always like when he got he the last remaining nigga who still got the earphone, the earbud with the cord still attached. Shout out to Jay Prince. Anyway, you know when Wack had called me that time, and Wack was like, yo, bro, I think you having a narrative run on me, bro. You're playing with my name, bro. You're playing with my name, bro. And I was just sitting there, just kind of like listening to Wack 100 frustration about, he felt that I was allowing a narrative to like keep up about him. And of course I addressed it later and whatever. What he had told me, he was just like, bro, you want to bet $1 million that the feds never motherfucking came to talk to me? And I was like, no, I do not want to bet. Okay. But he did tell me, he's like, if the feds did come talk to me, why wouldn't I say it? And he mentioned that, he's like, I didn't know this happened. He's like, yo, apparently the feds came to him about Jay Prince. Jay Prince Feds Wack 100. And he had played the audio of the call on, like, did you ever hear that? He played the call. A federal agent called Wack about Jay Prince. This was like a year or two ago. And he played the call. Here we go.
Wack 100
No, and I know sometimes it ain't best. And there you go.
Remember that's just
Hold on, let's see if I can-
Had a whole room on it.
and this was an illegal search and seizure.
the whole count. Like they, you know what I'm
There's
saying?
actual audio. I heard it.
So they're calling me to see.
Hold on. Where's the fuck his audio?
You deserve to know the truth. If you're driving without insurance, cops can legally take your car away.
Hold on. Where's the fuck his audio? What the fuck? That's crazy.
Yes, sir, and James Prince Sr.?
I wouldn't have no information other than just me helping with a Larry Hoover project.
What up, gang?
On Paru, I recorded all that.
So they be on here listening.
Yeah, they're using
Yo, Phoenix, where you at? You on here?
Hold on, one mic on.
Yo, Wack's so hilarious. On Paru, I recorded the call with the feds. That's hilarious.
What happened?
The feds just called my phone 2 hours ago.
What they talking about?
Nah, I'll be honest with you. I've talked to some federal agents. I hear they don't make courtesy calls. I hear they just show up to the door. But whatever. Like, I guess these feds called them.
Fact.
Seen this, right? So first, I've been trying to get gang passport cleared. I said, maybe it's the, the passport people, right? So I said, I ain't gonna answer. Let me put the recorder on, then call back. Niggas straight feds. So they asked me, have I been threatened? I said, what? Threatened by what are you talking about? They talking about the boy, right? So that let me know they on his line. They didn't heard something. Right? I do what a real nigga supposed to do and clean it all the way up, like the best of friends, whatever, no issues. They pressing. What about the late? Nah, never. Just negotiations going on with the attorneys. I don't know where you getting this from, and blase. But it's letting me know they didn't heard something on that man line, on his line over there. I kept it 100. I kept it all the way solid. Actually, YG, I'm finna send it to you so you can hear it.
All right, so we're going to get to the call right now. Hear the call with the feds.
Hell no. I wouldn't have no information.
Definitely.
They had him on the line.
Here we go.
I did, nigga. Phoenix, you got a thing?
Yep, I just got it.
You got it.
I'm on mute because I'm at the arcade, but I'm listening.
Who got it? Who got the thing? Play that.
You want me to play it?
Play it. You niggas need to know how to deal with this. Can't say in that situation.
Play that.
Hold on.
Now, this was 2 years
How
ago.
y'all deal with this? Y'all know me and this nigga don't see eye to eye, but you got to now I see how niggas get caught up.
Chilling with the answer.
Yes, sir, and James Prince Sr.?
I wouldn't have no information other than just me helping with a Larry Hoover project.
Okay, yes, sir. Well, that's what I'm kind of wanting to talk to you about.
Now, to be very clear, I told y'all, 6ix9ine told me when he was like getting, they do they call Queen for a Day, but that 5K one letter basically was snitching into the feds. He said, they asked him everything about the case. They said hours. Like, they asked him everything. He had to tell everything about the 9 Trey shit. Then they said they stopped. And he said some different dudes from the feds came in afterwards. And they say, Daniel, we want to ask you a couple questions. And we want to ask you a couple questions about Jay Prince. And for whatever reason, they thought he would have had some info about Jay Prince just based on the fact they were going into him. What does that mean? Jay Prince himself admitted this too. The feds have been interested in Jay Prince, trying to prosecute him or trying to get him for whatever for a long time. And maybe this is just more of that. But Wack is saying they called him too, and they called him about Jay Prince. Here the call.
Okay. Well, what's wrong with me working on a Larry Hoover project?
No, sir. No, nothing's wrong whatsoever with it. I'm glad someone is is advocating for him. That wasn't the issue. I was just information has been provided that you've had some disagreements with Mr. Prince. Are you familiar with him?
I mean, I know who he is, but I don't have no issues with Mr. Prince.
Okay. So,
I mean, a disagreement is a disagreement. I don't know how that factors in the FBI.
Well, I think Mr. Jones, on the YouTube videos going back and forth with him calling you a snitch and you calling him one, and all of that would be where we received information that there was possibly a disagreement.
Yeah, even if we did do that, why would that?
This seems sloppy. Like, trust me, I keep telling you, when the feds show up, they know shit already. They're not asking you questions over the phone. Yo, hey, is someone threatening you? Like, what the fuck? This sounds like some amateur. But I don't know. Maybe that's the feds down there in Houston. I don't know what the fuck.
Interest of the FBI. Because these one of them had didn't bear.
So y'all hear academics, right? Academics know that this is cap. He can clearly hear that this is cap. Because that's a great point. The feds usually pull up on you. When has the feds ever did courtesy calls? I've never heard of that. Ever. Hell, I don't even remember in a movie. If somebody could tell me in the comment section where in a movie a fed or the feds gave someone a courtesy call to get information from them, put it in the chat. Because a movie doesn't even run in my head at this point where that has happened. But usually the feds will pull up on you. Why are they calling them about that? Let's go.
Cases pending against one another. We have never done any business with one another. Far as I know, Mr. Prince is a businessman as I am. So, regardless of what we said to each other, as far as a snitch and not being a snitch, like why would that be interest of the FBI? That's what's kind of confusing to me.
Okay, no, I can explain that. I mean, of course, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. We're just making sure that no threats have been made to you from anyone associated with him over y'all's dispute.
Are spam calls driving you insane? How did they get your number anyway?
Bruh.
All the info you
associated with him over y'all's dispute.
No, I haven't. No threats have been made, nor do I feel threatened. Two men get angry, two men say things.
Wack keeping it solid.
We've both been in each other's presence from time to time.
I'm going to be honest with you. This fed don't even sound fed. I'm going to keep it on it. Whoever this person is that call Wack don't even sound fed, bro. This sound like a bill collector. This don't sound like fed.
Facts.
This fed seem like, hey, I'm calling from the credit card. You know what they'd be like? This call is monitored for whatever purposes. Hey, I'm calling from blah blah. We're a collection agency. We're just trying to get you to pay your bill. Verizon Wireless says you haven't paid in 4 months. Could you pay up? Could you make a payment now, sir? Like, that's what she sound like. She don't sound like no fucking fed.
I know his children. Nah, not at all. I don't feel threatened. Was it something you guys know that I don't know? As far as I'm concerned, it's just...
Why the hell she started laughing when Wack tried to flip it on her?
The daily bullshit propaganda that happens on social media.
Oh, yes, sir, I understand that. But I think you could
Chilling with the answer.
kind of understand that sometimes things go past social media, and
Stand on the media.
we were providing information that possibly that something went beyond that, and so we're just calling to clarify and make sure that you haven't been threatened, or anyone that you know that have been threatened by him or his associates regarding the disputes that you've had over social media, over YouTube, over Instagram, and all of that.
No, Mr. Prince has an issue. Any threats towards me, I don't feel threatened. I've said to him the same things he said to me, and that's just two men saying things. I don't think it's that serious of a situation. As far as I know, Mr. Prince is continuing his business, his filth in his community, as I am. I don't even understand. Like I said, I don't know what you guys have going on, what you guys heard. That's above my, my reach. But me personally,
I need to ask my Stand on the Media family. Tell me in the comment section if y'all know why he did that. Why do y'all think Wack faked a Fed call, or if it's real, recorded it to put it out? Why do you think he did that? And skip the obvious, what he wanted us to think. You know what I'm saying? But skip that. That's the obvious. But that's not his true intentions. Tell me in the comment section for real. Why do y'all think he did that? Why would he fake a federal call as if he was talking to the feds about a situation where they think that he was being threatened? I do know what he tried to say. He tried to push it like, well, that means his line was hot. But now we know that his line has always been hot. To the ones who been paying attention to what's going on and are on the side of truth. The ones who are not, I don't know what to tell you. But the ones who know. So we know that phone number he has been tapped this entire time, and he knew it, and he knows it. So why did he do this? What was the plan for this? Because shortly after, he backed away from Jay Prince because his plays didn't work. He's still been chipping at him. He's still been, every now and then, because the feds are trying to find a way to penetrate over there. But I don't think Jay Prince is gonna ever fall for the banana in the tailpipe thing. He's not slow. He knows what you are. But let's go.
Nor do I feel threatened by the man.
Okay, so are y'all working together on the Free Larry Hoover project?
No, I'm not. It's not the ownership of the project is not mine. It belongs to somebody else. I'm just assisting that individual.
No,
but I did put the attorneys in contact with their family attorney. So at this point, it's not even a conversation between me and Jay Prince. It's a conversation between the individual who owns the content on my side, attorney, and the Hoover family attorney. So it's, for the last month or so, you haven't heard me and Mr. Prince say really anything to each other because there's no need to.
Okay, understandable. Mr. Jones, was there ever, I know there was I don't know, did she record an interview? I don't have her name present, but she's out of LA, and she recorded a video with Mr. Hoover at one time. Are you familiar with that?
Watch this. Hey, guess what came in the mail today? My Blue Chew prescription. Bruh. Yeah, but you gotta.
Mr. Hoover at one time. Are you familiar with that?
Somebody recording a video of Mr. Hoover?
Or an interview. She conducted an interview.
Oh yeah, we have 5 hours of interview.
Yes, sir. And at any point. Okay, and it was a female, correct? I don't have her name with me at this exact moment.
It's an elderly woman that owns it.
Yes, sir. And let me ask you this. Have you ever heard of any information that Mr. Prince or his associates has tried to request that information, the video from her?
Oh, no. I'm the one that alerted him that the footage was real and tried to merge a deal with them because they own the life rights. This is the rights of a regular documentary that was recorded while he was in prison. So I just try to bring the two parties together to see if they can make it one big situation. So,
yes, sir. And so who owns the rights to that interview?
Why the hell the feds are just asking business shit? What the hell? Why are the feds doing this over the phone? Yo, I've been saying why Brick Baby and them on the phone. Wait, why the feds on the phone? Why the feds on the phone doing this? What the hell? Why?
And why does this sound like they're trying to get extortion up out of this conversation that maybe he may have been trying to extort the woman for her life rights to the documentation or the videos. Why is that being pushed so hard? And like I said, especially if this is a fake call, which I 100% believe is a fake call. I don't believe this is the feds at all on this phone at all. Zero zilch. This is all directed, streamlined, and orchestrated by the orchestrator, CS2 Back. So this is a very, I'm glad that we're revisiting this, because it's what was that exactly? And if that's the case, and if it is fake, and you're trying to portray that Jay Prince may have been trying to extort this woman for the life rights to the Larry Hoover's videos and documentation for something that Jay Prince is trying to do, which was he was trying to get an appeal for Larry Hoover. They was trying to use that information to get him an appeal to try to get him out or something like that. I do remember partially that's what it was. There was something in that ballpark, right? But isn't that a crime? If this is a fake orchestrated play in the public sphere and him being a public figure going at another public figure by putting real serious accusations on that man that can really get him hemmed up like they just did to Big U. Can't that be, isn't that some type of crime that Wack 100 is doing? Because he would have to prove that that's the feds that called him. Jay Prince is a public figure. And he is not participating in these games that Wack 100 has been playing on social media. So you can't say it's just content. Because Jay Prince don't play the content game. He's a grown ass man out here. You hear me? And one last thing. If he can't protect Yeezy, who can?
Would the feds call Wack 100 and get their call recorded? Yo,
that's a fact.
This is crazy. The feds
listening to the feds
to now getting their call recorded. Nah, hell nah. This is crazy.
The feds talking to the feds and listening to the feds at the same time.
I have the contract. I forward the contracts to the family attorneys. She's been on here since 1998.
Yes, sir. And did Mr. Prince attempt to get the rights to that interview?
No, he attempted to negotiate a deal if possible. The negotiations are still going on.
That's exactly what they're trying to do here.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm not implying that whatsoever. Just some information that we received was that the documentary, the businesswoman didn't want to really give up the documentary and possibly could have been pressured to do so.
No,
Bingo.
I don't know anything about her being pressured.
To try to put out their extortion. He threw it out there as if maybe Jay Prince may have been extorting this woman. And if that is really not the feds on the phone, which I already said, I don't believe that it is. I wonder if Jay Prince can really do something about that. Especially seeing from the examples of what just happened to Big U, that's something serious. Because again, Jay Prince is a public figure. He is known across the world. People know him on a large scale. He does a lot for his community and other communities at that. So that's really playing with that man's name. His character and everything that he stands for, his fiber being. Couldn't he bring that to court so Wack would have to prove that a federal officer called him? Something that they usually don't do. That's outside their character. Wouldn't they have pulled up on Cash Jones and talked to him? I'm glad Akademiks is waking us back up. Let's go.
I had a conversation on my phone. It was just a simple business conversation. When you do
why the hell the feds making this call?
business, there's always offer.
You know, either you're going to accept the offer or you're going to continue to negotiate. Bruh. As of right now, we're still negotiating.
Yo, the feds just fell in the we got content bag.
Just the two attorneys are talking and figuring it out.
Oh, dang.
Other than that, Mr. Prince has been a close friend to the Hoover family. He's done a lot of business, overseen a lot of business, so the man is well in his right to attempt to negotiate. But that's all it was negotiations. No more, no less. Okay. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for talking to me. If you want to keep my number and anything comes up or you hear of anything dealing with any type of threat or...
Yo.
Wow.
Bruh. I don't know, man. But anyway, I only play that because whatever Live Bites posted of Jay Prince saying that looked like Jay Prince really don't like Wack, and I guess maybe Wack really don't like him either. Yeah, it's crazy.
That was pretty much the end of that clip right there. Let me get this off my screen and then we'll close. I wasn't trying to make this video super long. Yeah, that's the end of the clip, man. I actually hit one of them buttons, so I had to restart a recording, but that's the little glitch you're gonna hear at the end. But anywho, it's not that Wack doesn't like Jay Prince because they have some real type of beef. It's because he is helping push an agenda. It's COINTELPRO at its finest, y'all. He's just a pawn in this. And for them, he was a very valuable pawn. I'm not sure what his value is to the feds nowadays, considering that he is pretty much outed. He's just not outed on a big, large scale yet. But that time is coming. I really do believe that is coming, man. So this is what you call manufactured beef. Create a problem, so then you can start throwing stuff and seeing what sticks. But that's a dirty dude to even play that recording. You know, let's say he wasn't the feds and he was really a street dude and this was all a street issue between these two men. Why would you put that recording out there? You always say to warn someone, but you can easily warn me by getting that to me behind closed doors. If he was ever my friend, I would have told this dude, if you gonna warn me, don't you warn me in the public. If you can't hit me behind the scenes, then I don't want the warning. Straight up. So we know that that's BS when he says that, but let's just say for the sake of the discussion that it wasn't. Let's say he genuinely meant that. So you, as smart as you say you are, you thought that would be a bright idea to do? You really think it's a bright idea to put something like that out there in this hemisphere with the following that you have and the way that social media is structured, that when you put that out, people are going to grab that and they're going to edit it and they're going to redo it. They're going to do reactions to it. It's so many different things that people, they're going to drive different narratives. They're going to pick it apart. You really thought that that's the brightest idea to help me, to warn me, to help me. Yeah, he really be thinking we damn fools. That's what he really think. But we not. Salute the Akademiks, because Akademiks, I don't believe he really bought it. Tell me in the comment section what you think. How do you think Akademiks really took that phone call? Do you really think it was the feds on that phone, or do you think he think it's cap? Because that's what the title of the video going to be. Was that cap? Does Akademiks think that was cap? That Wack, and then Wack told him he bet him $1 million that he ain't never talked to the feds. Now what Wack is going to do? He's going to say, I meant in the big U indictment. I never talked to the feds in the big U indictment. But no, you didn't specify that. You just say you specified that you have never talked to the feds on the phone, and right there you have talked to them feds on the phone, and they was very comfortable to call you. And you also said that they done called you a few other times before. That's a fact. Interesting. If you are new to my channel, man, you made it this far, thank you. I appreciate you. Do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment in this video, please share the video. Man, I just want to say to everybody that rocks with your boy, man, you know I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. There's no stand on the media without y'all. We are family. for life. Remember that. So I'm going to let Cash Jones take us up out of here and let us know who he really is, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Let's go.
But then again, you know how the feds work. We don't care how many chickens or turkeys you pass out. We don't care how many book bags you done passed out. What we care about is these wiretaps. We care about these confidential informants. And we care about your actions.
Damn.
Within the means of the law.
Damn, gang. Stand on the media. Let's go.